It was a sunny morning in Seoul, and the air was filled with the aroma of cherry blossoms. The streets were vibrant with everyday life as people came and went, each in their own pursuit. Among this crowd was Min-jun, a young artist seeking inspiration for his next painting. He had always been a dreamer, but the pressure to succeed weighed heavily on his shoulders. As Min-jun walked through the park, his eyes were drawn to a small flower stand. The place was filled with vibrant colors, but what truly caught his attention was a young woman choosing flowers. Her name was Soo-ah. She had a radiant smile and a contagious joy that lit up the environment around her. Min-jun felt an instant connection but hesitated to approach. Instead, he decided to hide behind a tree and watch. Soo-ah was animatedly chatting with the flower seller, her laughter echoing through the park. Suddenly, a strong wind blew, and flower petals began to float through the air. Soo-ah, in a spontaneous act, started dancing, trying to catch the flowers that floated around her. Min-jun couldn't help but smile at the scene. He quickly grabbed his sketchbook and began to draw. However, in his concentration, Min-jun didn't notice he was about to knock over a basket of fruit next to him. With an awkward movement, the basket fell, scattering fruit all over the ground. Soo-ah stopped dancing and turned to see what had happened. She laughed upon seeing Min-jun, the clumsy artist, trying to pick up the fruit while still holding his sketchbook. "You're a true artist, aren't you?" Soo-ah said, with a playful smile. Min-jun felt embarrassed, but his heart began to race. He had never met someone so cheerful and spontaneous. I was just trying to draw," he replied, stammering. Soo-ah approached and looked at the sketch. "Wow, this is beautiful. You really captured the beauty of the flowers," she said, admiring his work. The conversation flowed naturally between them, as if they had known each other for years. Min-jun discovered that Soo-ah was a dance student preparing for an important performance. She was also facing her own insecurities, worried that she wasn't good enough. Min-jun felt drawn to her vulnerability, and they began to open up to each other. Over time, they met in the park every day. With each encounter, their conversations grew deeper, and the connection between them strengthened. Min-jun began to incorporate the emotions he felt for Soo-ah into his paintings, while she drew inspiration from his art to create new choreographies. One day, while walking under the cherry blossom trees, Min-jun decided it was time to confess his feelings. He had painted a portrait of Soo-ah, capturing not only her beauty but also the light she brought into his life. Nervous, he took her to a quiet spot in the park and revealed the painting. "Soo-ah, I want to show you something," he said, his heart racing. When she saw the portrait, her eyes sparkled. "It's beautiful." You really see me this way? She asked, moved. Yes, you are a source of inspiration for me, Min-jun confessed, feeling the vulnerability of his words. Soo-ah fell silent for a moment, absorbing his sincerity. I feel something special for you too, Min-jun, she finally said, a smile lighting up her face. I'm afraid to open up, but you make me feel alive. The two moved closer, and at that magical instant, they shared their first kiss under the shower of flower petals. It was a moment that seemed to be taken from a romantic movie. But, as in every good story, not everything could be perfect. As Soo-ah's dance performance approached, things began to change. She became more distant, overwhelmed by pressure and insecurities. Min-jun tried to support her, but she withdrew, believing she needed to face her fears alone. The light and fun atmosphere that once united them grew heavy. One night, Min-jun decided to go to the theater where Soo-ah was rehearsing. He wanted to remind her that she was not alone. However, upon arriving, he overheard a conversation between Soo-ah and her teacher. She was expressing doubts about her abilities and wondering if she should give up her dream of dancing. Min-jun was devastated to hear this. He knew Soo-ah was incredibly talented and that she needed to believe in herself. At that moment, he realized he needed to do something grand to show her how special she was. On the day of the performance, Min-jun prepared a surprise. He organized an exhibition of his paintings in the park, all inspired by Soo-ah. He invited friends, family, and, of course, Soo-ah. When the performance began, she was nervous, but the energy from the audience encouraged her. After the performance, Soo-ah was surprised to see the exhibition. She walked through each painting, and when she reached the last one, she saw a portrait of herself dancing under the cherry blossoms. Tears streamed down her face as she realized how much Min-jun believed in her. You see me, she whispered, touching the painting. Min-jun appeared by her side, holding her hand. Yes, Soo-ah. You are amazing, and I will always be here to support you, he said, his gaze filled with love and determination. At that moment, Soo-ah realized that behind her insecurities was someone who loved her unconditionally. She smiled, feeling the strength of his love and the certainty that she was not alone. They embraced, and under the cherry blossoms, they promised to face life's challenges together. The story of Min-jun and Soo-ah continued to unfold, filled with laughter, tears, and, above all, love. They learned that true love is not just about perfect moments but about being present for each other, even in difficulties. And so, under the Seoul sky, the couple discovered that sometimes, the most unexpected encounters can lead to the most beautiful journeys. If you enjoyed the story, please like and subscribe.